Hello, everyone. So, there's a lot that's been going on lately within the communities, and I feel like it's really important right now to address everything that's been going on and shed a lot more insight onto the situation that's currently been happening. So, I want to preface this by saying how super important internet safety is, especially amongst the younger people who are on the platform or who are on social media in general. If you guys are ever in a situation where somebody is making you uncomfortable, then please speak up about it. Either go to somebody you trust on the online platform that you can turn to, talk to your parents, talk to somebody, and get the situations dealt with as soon as possible, as much as possible, so that situations don't spiral the way they have here. So, I'm going to tell you guys a story, and it is going to just be filled with facts. There's no speculations, there's no throwing people around for no reason. These are all factual events that have happened. So, I've been on this platform now for a few years, like 4, 5 years now. Um, One of the first people I met on this platform that I used to be really good friends with was somebody by the name of Genesis Wesley X. They were a part of our there was a whole circle that they were a part of. It consisted of other streamers, some of whom I still associate with, some of them I don't, but that's for different reasons, obviously. Um, but Genesis Wesley X was what I thought was a good person. He seemed very caring, seemed, you know, very sweet, and was just a constant presence in streams, whether he was doing them himself or joining live streams, was always willing to do collabs, always willing to talk. Did he say things that made me uncomfortable? Yes, but I'm an adult, like I can deal with that. What came to light about 2 years ago, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong. It could have been 3. I've kind of lost track of time. Happens when you get old. But it came to light a few years ago that Wesley had been sending inappropriate messages to a minor. Now, this came to light when that person's friend uploaded a video calling Wesley out, showing the screenshots of their conversations and just how lewd and disturbing they were because of the fact that Wesley was, making very sexualized comments about their body and things like that. Things that are not appropriate for an adult to be saying to a child. And I'm using the term adult and child loosely here. I believe Wesley is around my age, and the person in question had told him that they were 16. Obviously, when this came to light, you know, there was a lot of backlash against Wesley for it. And there was a lot more people coming forward saying that he had done similar things to them when they were underage, but no one ever really spoke up about it before this point. Whether that was because they didn't feel comfortable or whatever the case may have been To my knowledge, there was never any other claims against Wesley that were made prior to this one. So this obviously shook the community to the core because nobody believed he could do that. But then we all saw the messages. There is no way to deny that that was him. So this caused a lot of people to back away from Wesley. And it also caused some of us to be concerned about the welfare of the children because Wesley was not only a bigger content creator, but they were also claiming to be a family-friendly content creator, meaning that their content was geared for and safe for children, which obviously is a very disturbing thing to think about, that they're calling themselves a family-friendly space, a kid-friendly space, but then they're sending these lewd, disgusting messages to children. So this incident did ultimately end up getting reported to the police. There were people in contact with the police about these allegations, reporting him, and getting this escalated to the point where the police did actively, go and confront him. During this time, on his channel, he had made 3 videos. They were very painful to watch. So I'm really glad you guys don't have to watch that anymore. I do have all 3 of the videos saved, and I will put up a blip of it somewhere with like excerpts from his video.
Hello everyone, I have a serious truth announcement I have to show you all. You guys remember that hacker who made a video about me and about me harassing underage girls? It's kinda true, I kinda did all this. And I have proof to show you that I really did do all this. Alright, here's the first proof, and I need to come clean and tell you the truth. See, that's me before I was hacked on my first main account until I got a new one right now. And this is me when I did this before my old account was hacked. So that video that bro made was actually real. Well, if you guys want to get rid of me, be my guest, but it feels like I still want to leave social media for a while. But I'll come back, that means this is goodbye for me and my channel permanently. I'm really sorry for what I did to people like this, including my closest friends who left my side, but they deserve to leave me if they want to. If you guys want to get rid of me from your servers, be my guest. I do deserve to be gone. But I think this is the end for my channel, too. Unless a lot of people want to convince me to come back, but still want to take a social media break. So I'm going to take some time away to think about what I've done and try not to do this anymore to underage girls. So, this is goodbye, everyone. Thank you for watching.
So one thing that was constant was that he apologized and admitted to doing it. So he wasn't denying that he was sending these messages to children. He was agreeing that he was sending these messages to children. And he was crying about it and he was apologizing. But that doesn't change the fact that he admitted to doing it. As far as the investigation goes, I don't want to dive into that. I don't want to reveal too much about any of that. Um, so we will skim over that. I will say that because the victims themselves were not willing to come forward and speak to the police, the charges, I believe, were ultimately dropped. So there is no criminal record against him. But regardless of that fact, it doesn't change what you've done and what you've willfully admitted to. He did end up deleting the Genesis Wesley X YouTube channel. I believe he deleted his Discord, deleted everything, and disappeared off of social media for months. He was gone for a few months. And then he resurfaced. This time under the name Mario Party Hero. Some of you may know this name, some of you may not. But Mario Party Hero is Genesis Wesley X. You can hear it in the voice because Mario Party Hero, to my knowledge, does not use a webcam. They are hiding their face. But you can hear their voice. You know it's them. There have been many clues that have directly correlated Mario Party Hero to Genesis Wesley X. Aside from that, so he is back on the platform under a new name, and he has been back for a while, which I think we knew about it. We spoke about it and issued a warning when it first happened, but other than that, we just kind of let it go. Haven't really paid much attention to what's been happening there. Now, it's being brought back up because, we do still actively care about the fact that they are on a platform where they can communicate with children. And there are people who have been out there who have noticed him in people's live streams that they mod for or whatever, or they're just a valued viewer, whatever the case may be. People have been reporting Wesley and his past to the streamer and ultimately getting him banned from communities. So because this has been happening again, Wesley has now taken it upon himself to attack one of my personal friends because he is one of the ones that is actively calling out Wesley whenever he sees him at somebody's chat. Because that's what you do. When you know somebody has sent inappropriate messages and images and whatever to young children, you want to do your best to protect others from going through that same problem. So when you see them, the natural course of action is just to be like, hey, don't know if you know this, but this is who this person is, this is their past, this is what they've done. Maybe just keep an eye on them. And there are people who have banned him who have said, yeah, he has made us uncomfortable. He has made some of the minors in the community uncomfortable. So clearly he hasn't changed. He is still trying to talk to minors and is still putting off those creepy, inappropriate vibes with children. So he hasn't learned his lesson. And it baffles me that I've seen people in his community be like, oh, we know what he's done. The past is the past. Like, leave him alone. Stop bothering him. We love and support him. I genuinely have to know, like, if you had a younger sister or a niece or a daughter, like, if you had somebody around 16 years of age or younger in your life, would you really be okay with somebody like Wesley talking to them in such a sexual and perverted manner? Because that is what he's doing. I don't understand how you can be okay with somebody saying things along the lines of, oh, I love your boobs. Oh, I love your body. Like, generally sexualized terms towards children. I don't understand how that is okay. I don't understand how you think it's okay and how you can still blindly defend him while knowing these things about him. And the thing is, we don't know what Wesley is telling his community about his past. People say they know the truth, but I don't know if they actually know the full story. Because, like, this is serious stuff. This is super serious stuff. So, that that's all I really have to say on this matter. Like, if you know Mario Party Hero, if they are part of your community, please just be very careful, be diligent, and just keep an eye on how they are talking to the young people in your community. Ask your community if there have been any issues with them that they have been too afraid to come out and say. Because that's what's been happening with a lot of kids. They're too afraid to speak up and say something. And honestly, like, you just need to get off the platform, Wesley. You need help, man. I was your friend. I cared about you. But I can't stand by when you do stuff like this. I can't do it. You know, like, I sincerely hope that everyone gets the help they need to get past this and to just get off this platform. Get off social media. Get the help you need. And just don't come back, man. I can't. It's crazy that we have to have this whole video, this whole conversation because of this. But yeah, so that's that situation. So I know how hard it can be to want to speak up. You know, I'm old. Like, I can admit that. I'm older. I was young. I know what it's like to want to be on social media, to want to talk to people and feel mature and responsible. I wasn't. I wasn't responsible. I did stupid stuff. I've been the victim of, you know, inappropriate messages and videos and pictures as a child. Like, I've had people send me inappropriate things when I was 16. I never said anything, so I get it. But if you need somebody to talk to, I am here. My DMs are always open. I am willing to listen. Just find yourself a safe person to go to. And just please be so careful with who you talk to on the internet because you never know who is on the other side. Thank you guys for watching. Be safe out there, and I will see you guys soon.